Russian athletes who are willing to take part in the upcoming Winter Games as neutrals will have the full support of the Russian Olympic Committee. The decision comes after the Olympic chiefs banned Russia from the tournament for alleged state-sponsored doping. Well, RT's Nikki Arendt joins me now with the details. Well, hi there, Nikki. So it looks like Russia's not going to boycott the Games then?
That's right. In the last hour or so, the Russian Olympic Committee revealed a unanimous decision to grant their blessing to any athletes still wanting to compete in the Olympic Games, the Winter Olympic Games, which will be held in less than 2 months, as you know, in Pyeongchang, South Korea. They will be competing as neutrals, though, so no Russian flags, no Russian symbols, no Russian anthem, and effectively no Team Russia. They'll be referred to as OARs, or Olympic Athletes from Russia. Now, the ROC said that there are still details that need to be ironed out with the International Olympic Committee concerning things such as, what uniform the Russian team will be wearing. They also said that they reached this decision after hearing the thoughts and concerns of each individual involved in the Olympic team, from the coaches to the athletes. And most of them said, despite everything they've been through over recent months, they still want the chance to live out their dream. Here's one of those athletes.
Commentators won't be saying that an athlete is from the International Olympic Committee or an athlete is competing under the International Olympic Committee's flag. That's wrong. Anyway, they will say that an athlete came from Russia, so the name will be heard. Yes, there won't be our uniform or our anthem, but it will still be our Russian medal, our people competing for our country. The main words are our country, Russia, and these medals will anyway return to Russia. I wish our guys will do what no one expects us to do, that is to win.
And this decision comes less than a week after the president, Vladimir Putin, also gave his blessing to any athletes still wanting to compete. He said that Russia fully supports them.
Well, how will the Olympic officials decide who to invite?
Well, I'm sorry to say, Kate, it's not going to be clear sailing for these athletes who still want to take part in the Games in February. They still have to be officially invited by the International Olympic Committee. There's a number of points they have to comply with, possibly even sitting more doping tests as well. And the president of the ROC, Alexander Zhukov, also raised concerns that there may be even bigger roadblocks to come.
One of the main issues of concern is whether all our leading athletes will get an invitation to the Olympics. So it won't just be those with less chance of winning medals that go, whereas leading athletes will have to remain at home. That would be very strange and surprising. But I hope that the International Olympic Committee is interested in the strongest Russian athletes taking part in the Games.
Now, just to recap how we got to this point, the decision to ban Russian athletes followed an investigation by an IOC-backed commission headed by the former head of the Swiss Department of Sport, also the former president of the country, Samuel Schmidt. And that report actually highlighted reasonable doubt that any of the suggestions that any knowledge of possible doping in Russia went any higher than the National Sports Association. Take a listen.
Nevertheless, the independent and impartial evidence do not allow the IOC-DC to establish with certitude either who initiated or who headed this scheme. On many occasions, reference was made on the involvement at the Minister of Sports level, but no indication, independent or impartial evidence appeared to corroborate any involvement or knowledge at a higher level of the state.
So, of course, there are bystanders claiming that this whole decision is politicized. There's also people claiming that the whole investigation lacks transparency. But surely no one can deny the courage and the guts that these athletes have to still be standing after everything they've been through. Think about the athletes from other countries who have been so focused on their training when the Russian team have had to go through this emotional roller coaster, and they're still willing to make it to Pyeongchang no matter what. And also, heaven knows what kind of reception awaits them when they make it, or if they make it to Pyeongchang. How will they be treated by the other athletes from other countries? How will the crowds and the viewers around the world respond if they do win a medal? And it's going to be really difficult to watch if they do win a medal and have to stand on that podium and be denied the right of listening to their national anthem. It's going to be really difficult viewing, and also the clock is ticking. A matter of weeks to go, and they're one step closer to the Games, but still so many hurdles yet to clear.
Indeed, so a short time to go, but still a long way to go. RT's Nikki Arendt, thank you.